Hello!
Hello. I'm here today to talk to you about Lansdowne. Right now, we're inside the Aberdeen Pavilion, the only protected heritage site inside of all of Lansdowne. This building, like the entire Lansdowne, is a wide area of open space with absolutely nothing. We want to make sure that the future of Lansdowne includes the following key aspects to ensure that we have a bright future for the entire city and the future generations to come. Lansdowne and the future of Lansdowne needs to include the following, which has an acronym, TESEC. It needs to ensure that it has a touristic aspect, an educational aspect, a sport aspect, an environmental aspect, and a community development aspect.
Located in the heart of the glebe in Ottawa, Lansdowne Park needs to be as multi-purpose as possible. Here we see the existing structure at Lansdowne Park, which we wish to completely demolish. We plan to build a multi-purpose recreational facility that consists of multi-level recreational opportunities. There are a total of 6 levels. The very bottom level consists of multiple modern hockey rinks with state-of-the-art changing rooms, and a special rink which is specifically created for the Ottawa 67s. One level above will consist of an open gym space workout facility with state-of-the-art equipment. This facility will not only help people stay in shape, but also educate them on the proper diets and proper use of the equipment. This level will include such things as dance studios, swimming pools, squash courts, basketball gymnasiums, boxing rings, and any other type of activity that you would find at a neighborhood gym. The next level up will consist of 3 parallel soccer fields, which will be divided into 9 indoor soccer fields, as well as an adjacent tennis court area. The same fields and courts can be used for many other purposes such as lacrosse, ultimate frisbee, field hockey, and much more. Due to the size requirement of these activities, this level will be 2 stories high.
The third level consists of many salons, which can be rented out for any purpose including weddings, exhibitions, parties, trade shows, conventions, and much more. This level will consist of various sizes of rooms ranging from very small to very large with dividers readily available. Classrooms will be built to stimulate learning with an in turn stimulates the mind, body, and soul. Such activities as arts and crafts as well as drama and cooking classes will be available to the general public. Finally, we come to the last level, which is the top floor on the roof of the building. On this roof, we will have a large skating surface surrounded by green space. The uniqueness of the skating surface is that it is encompassed by a glass dome to ensure the cool temperatures are kept throughout the year for people to enjoy some outdoor skating. The outdoor skating surface can also be used for solving the problems of winterlude, offering a space to ensure that the ice sculptures do not melt in the heat of the sun. The outdoor park is a huge park because of the massive size of the recreational facility. This park will be unique and one of a kind due to its size. There are parks around the world on top of buildings, but not to this extensive size. There will also be a large greenhouse similar to those at the top of the Ottawa U biology buildings. This outdoor green space will be visually stimulating as well as help create a relaxing atmosphere for the optimal leisure experience.
At the southeast end of the park, there will be a small dog park available for those to enjoy little one-on-one time with man's best friend. There will also be an open green space area for those who wish to enjoy pristine landscapes and just take in Mother Nature's beauty.
Every building except the Aberdeen Pavilion, Library, and Recreational Facility will have underground parking available. The north end parking lot will be a multi-level high-rise parking. The multi-level parking will have 3 entrances at the east, west, and south end of Lansdowne. There will be a tunnel system connecting every building to one another for accessibility reasons. We wish to accommodate to all types of people all year round. There will be a large walkway between buildings exclusive to bikers and pedestrians.
Around the perimeter of the land there will be green space. In this green space there will be 3 different paths: a bike path, a walk path, and a jogging path for the general public. The proposed plan ensures to consider all key components for the development of Lansdowne:
tourism, education, sport, environment, and most importantly, community development. On the west end of Lansdowne, there will be an info center available for the general public to obtain information on the different packages available. Also, an interactive exhibit on the history of Lansdowne will be located within the info center. Employee parking will also be available right behind the info center, and a storage area where the horticulture building currently stands for the maintenance equipment and security equipment to ensure that Lansdowne is safe and sanitary.
This historical building has great significance and can be adapted to a future plan that will benefit Ottawa citizens on an educational level. Considering the structure itself cannot be modified, we feel that it is realistic and feasible to consider the open space inside as an asset that could potentially accommodate historical exhibits of the park and the city. Not only will such an idea attract and promote awareness of Ottawa's cultural roots, it is something that will require limited funding, as it will not require drastic changes to the interior. The pavilion can be used and adapted as an entrance point to a brand new and modern library that can be accessible to the general public. The library is critical in promoting and developing the grassroots of the community and the future of our youth. Wrap your heads around this. Canada ranks last in developed nations in terms of early childhood education according to UNICEF, behind such countries as Mexico and Slovenia, and does not come close to meeting the requirements set out by UNICEF in terms of spending on childhood education, which is set at 1% of the GDP. Geographically speaking, Ottawa South needs a state-of-the-art library that can foster growth and personal development between family-childhood relationships. Having such resources available will accommodate leisure development and support the family values we teach our children at a young age. Envision this: a circular-shaped, multi-story library that is entered below ground. This design will be symbolic to the City of Ottawa logo and trademark. The entrance to the library will be located at the north end of the Aberdeen and will incorporate a wide escalator descending 1 story below ground. The all-glass built structure will create an ideal environment for stimulating a state-of-mind, leisure-like mindset. Aesthetically, we look to have waterfalls and some nature-like presence within the middle of the O-shaped library, where visitors can be relaxed and in touch with their senses. Also, we look to have an elevator that goes from the ground level to the top floor that is all glass, so visitors can have a perfect view of the city. With a great view of the beautiful nation's capital and the features it represents, this glass high-story structure will be a perfect outlet source for the general public to explore and utilize to the full potential.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night,
Hey guys, do you mind if we talk to you for a couple of minutes there?
Hey, how's it going? I didn't realize we're on camera.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
You guys are curious to find out what we're
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. All right. So guys, what are you guys doing here?
Oh, you know, we just thought we'd come out early morning, throw the cross around, get a little exercise, you know.
So you're just enjoying yourself at Lansdowne, huh?
Trying to, but you know, as you look around, I mean, like, look where we're playing. We're playing on pavement. We're playing in a parking lot.
There's no real green space for you here, is there?
Like, they find a nice flat green space, like look around, like there's nothing. You got buildings, cement. You know, it's the easiest area to find for us.
It's really accessible for students like yourself, huh?
It's easy. It's easy to commute to. We go to school just up the road. And I mean, in all honesty, being a sports fan and knowing Lansdowne Park is a central spot within the city, I think there's a lot they can do with this place. And right now, look, this is just wasted dead zone. And you know what? We're playing out here on the pavement, but really we're just waiting for the day that they can do something to transform this into something legit.
Yeah, huh? You guys are playing Canada's national sport here, right?
Yeah, you know, growing up, like, I've been playing my whole life, but like, even right here in the Civic Center itself, they used to have a national lacrosse team called the Ottawa Rebel. Here for a year, you know. I mean, maybe like, it may not be the best venue for it and not, but it was here, right? We got Canada's national sport in Canada's capital city. Like, that's unbelievable. And you know, maybe even with more green space, you know, maybe in our stadium, we can even bring the MLL, the outdoor league, into Ottawa. You never know.
That's not a bad idea, boys. That's not a bad idea. Well, you know what? I appreciate your time there, guys. Thank you for your time.
All right, fellas.
Have a good one.
For real.
Yeah, Steve.
Oh, look at that. Who's that? Oh, hold on. Zoom in a little. Let me talk to him. Hey, sir, how you doing there?
Oh, not too bad. Yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. What are you doing sitting all alone?
It's such a beautiful afternoon. Me and my fiance thought we'd come out for a little picnic, a romantic date.
So, where's your fiance?
She's gonna be here in a few minutes, you know, like I'm really hoping she didn't cancel and not let me know, but I tried to find the most amazing green space possible so like, you know, it could really set the tone, the mood, the atmosphere, everything, you know. I just want it to be so perfect.
And this is the best you could do, huh?
Well, I mean, like, if you look around, like, I have the Aberdeen Pavilion behind me, and, like, this vast piece of land here that, you know, and, like, look at the lights. Like, it really set, like, when it goes dark and the lights come on, it'd be like a candlelight dinner.
You're right, it is pretty romantic. You got the antiquity there, huh?
Absolutely.
So, I got a question for you. You don't mind me asking, it's a little bit, you know, controversial there. Just wondering, what do you think we should do with this land here? Because you know they're renovating Lansdowne here. So what do you think they should do with the land? What are your thoughts? What would you like to see?
Look how much area is around here, you know. Like, I could really picture and envision, you know, maybe a little bit more green space where I wouldn't have to be sitting next to a facility where I could bring my date and sit down and have a romantic picnics together. You know, maybe even like a library that I could go in and find a book where I could come out and sit in the park, you know, where I can read and educate myself.
Ah, I see. I see. Well, you know what? Thank you for your time there. I hope your fiance shows up.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one. Sitting there all alone in Lansdowne. All right. How you doing, sir?
Fine.
Okay, so basically we're just gonna be asking you a couple questions as to what you think should happen with Lansdowne in the near future. As you can see, they're turning it into a smaller strip mall here. What's your views on that?
I'm not favorable, I guess, partly because I live in the neighborhood, and so I guess I go by the just don't want a lot more traffic and so on. But aside from personal interests, I guess I don't like the idea that the city's throwing a whole bunch of money at something that's you know, it should be private money funding this, in my opinion.
So what would you prefer to see Lansdowne turned into?
You know, I don't mind if I'm not a big fan of a huge parking lot, so obviously I wouldn't mind something else here. But I guess I'd like to see a mix of green space, commercial space, maybe residential too. It should be profitable to the city. I mean, this place has got to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and I don't see why it ends up costing the city money when it could actually be a profit for the city.
That's true. Well, we had a little view on as to what we think should happen to Lansdowne. We're thinking of maintaining some of the heritage buildings, such as the building behind us, the pavilion there, and turning this entire parking lot into a more efficient use where we can have a multi-purpose recreational facility where you can do all types of indoor activities or outdoor activities inside a protected area for all the youth in Ottawa and the elderly and for everybody, for all the citizens to place money into the future of their generations to come. What's your views on that?
Again, well, I guess I am a free enterprise kind of guy, so I prefer that the city doesn't just tax people, you know, and have their own views on what things have to be. I think the only way to do things really efficiently is generally through private interests to a certain extent. But I do believe that the city needs lots of recreational facilities for people, and I think they could raise enough funds through selling a portion of this property to fund it entirely. It shouldn't cost taxpayers in the end. This should be a net benefit to the taxpayer. This should be an asset, not a liability.